Hey there, Original Soul. Welcome in, welcome back. Thank you for bringing your energy to this affirmation reading. So we will jump in here. We've got some oracle cards out. We'll add in tarot, spirit animal, an Archangel Michael message. So let's get into it, shall we? All right, so I'm going to read this two different ways. I guess one message came through pretty strong right away at the beginning with the cards that came out. So we've got the Blade, number 6, Purification, number 32. Out of the Dream deck, Cheating on a Partner. All right, at the heart of the reading, out of the Herb deck, Forbidden Fruit. And then at the bottom, number 52, Void, of course, Moon dash Missing. All right, so just the first message that I'll get out before we get into sort of the main message. All of this without judgment. Of course, with all these cards coming out, Cheating on a Partner, the Blade, Purification, Forbidden Fruit. If that's something that you're experiencing or going through, it might be time to maybe cut something out, maybe take a deeper look at what's happening and why and how you're feeling. Okay, so that was just one message that came through super loud and clear with the cards. Just seems sort of like an obvious message that was coming through. All right, but we'll get on to a different type of reading with it. Okay, so up at the top, Purification, up at the top of your mind. So maybe there is something in your life that you are looking to clear out or cut out, again with the Blade as well. Right, this is clarity of mind, body, spirit. And so with the Sword pointing up, right, getting that clarity, relying on that spiritual guidance. So again, maybe there's something, whether it's a habit or some kind of behavior or some kind of action, right, that you have currently in your energy or that you're taking part of, something that maybe needs to be cut out, purified. And maybe that's something you've been thinking about. Again, this came out at the top of the reading. So up in your mind, up in your head. So it could be something that you have been thinking about. All right. And then at the heart of the reading with the Forbidden Fruit, the apple. And then with the Cheating card coming out in the deck, just is there anything for yourself, right, that you might cheat yourself out of, or how you might cheat on yourself, right? So if we take out this kind of other person scenario for a moment and really just tune this more inward, is there anything that you don't allow yourself, right, that you maybe do that you know isn't for your best good, your highest good, some way that you really kind of limit yourself? So the other side of Forbidden Fruit is like, what are you forbidding yourself? Is there something that you're not allowing in, some sort of happiness? Just putting in some self-imposed limitations. Also, as I'm doing this reading, for whatever reason, feeling like extra, like shaky and a little bit nervous. Okay, so maybe there is just something going on in your field, in your orbit, in your head, in your heart, right, that has you maybe a little on edge, a little anxious. Like, definitely just have a little bit of that feeling, even like sweating a little bit. I'm normally always freezing. I even had to turn off my heater. So what might that be? Maybe it's something you're afraid to go after. Okay, that's coming up a little bit. So this card really is about being your authentic self. So again, with this Blade and Purification, being your authentic self, being your true self, right? That pure version of you, right? Most of us in a lot of situations, depending where you are, right? We wear different hats or masks, or just, you act a certain way at work. You may act differently around your family. You might act totally differently around your friends. And then at home, possibly a different person, how you treat strangers, right? Sometimes there's these different versions of ourselves going on out there. So getting more in touch with you, right? What you need, what you want. So again, with that forbidden energy in the middle, maybe there's just something that you have prevented yourself from doing or experiencing, even though your heart is really asking you to do it, right? Maybe even your mind is asking you to do it. But sometimes we act right out of behaviors or patterns that don't always align with what our true self is wanting and feeling. Okay, so that's a strong message coming through as well. Just being that authentic, amazing self, being that pure self. And then the void of course moon at the bottom of this deck. I was going to read just the keywords actually out of the book. I snuck a little Archangel Michael message, so I don't quite know what it says yet because I didn't peek at it. Oh, but I just took it out and lost my page. That's okay, because this one was right at the end. All right, so the keywords out of this card were silence, failed judgment, false readings, wasted effort, the wrong choice, missed opportunity, sleep, recovery. Okay, so a lot coming through there again, as I was talking at the beginning about maybe some kind of pattern, behavior, habit, whatever it may be that you might do that's detrimental to yourself and your well-being. A lot of times our choices or our stresses can also impact how we're feeling, our emotions, and sometimes even deeper than that, and starts to impact health. Right? Stress can add or cause to disease or just different types of conditions, inflammation, things like that. I know mind, body, spirit has been coming up in a lot of the readings I've been doing lately, and it's honestly the focus of this channel. This card also talked about kind of psychic, spiritual, and meditation. Different practices could be really helpful right now as well. There's also a lot of kind of full moon images in these cards. We have a full moon, as I'm recording this tomorrow, full moon in Cancer, which is all about feelings and emotions, maybe letting things go, using that blade to maybe cut something loose that, again, you need to shed to transform, to find that authentic self. All right. So I'm going to record a meditation for the full moon tomorrow. So keep a lookout for that if that's something that you enjoy. All right. Message from Archangel Michael, eternal love. So the prayer to Archangel Michael, help me perceive all of the love that surrounds me so that I can feel safe receiving, expressing, and giving love. So there's the image on that card, eternal love. So notice where you feel disconnected, whether that's from yourself, from others, or maybe it is from spirit. So that's a message coming through that you have that eternal love where you might feel that lack. And again, maybe how that lack or how that feeling of maybe a lack of love might impact behaviors, decisions, choices, things like that. Okay. All right, let's add a little bit to it. Let's see. Let's start with a spirit animal message. We'll add in tiger patience from last week. Let's see, last week's affirmation was, I am my foundation. So if you were following along with that, was there anything you did to strengthen your foundation last week? I had some travel that was necessary. Sometimes I get discombobulated during travel. I did a good job. I brought a candle and did a candle gazing meditation. I brought a crystal or two to help keep me grounded. I actually slept one night, which felt like a miracle. All right. All right, let's get a spirit animal message to add to this. I don't know if there's any messages or any resonance with this for you so far. I can take a little something out of this. There's always a little, or maybe a lot of different behaviors or patterns or even just mindset, right, that could be cleaned up. All right, hawk spirituality. So maybe that is something, and coyote playfulness at the bottom of the deck. So maybe bringing a little more fun into your field. If you're feeling a little heavy, right, even this reading feels a little bit heavy. Like I said, I was feeling all shaky, anxious, nervous. That's calmed a little bit now that we've kind of moved on from there. So, all right, hawk, spirituality. Do you ever see hawks? I see hawks, falcons. Sometimes they're just posted up when you drive down the freeway, up on the lights. All right, fly above and beyond your day-to-day thoughts to observe from a bird's eye view. Quieting the mind and detaching from your thought patterns puts you in a better position to take in messages from your spirit guides. So tying into with that eternal love, right? Spirit team is here for you, there for you, with that purification too. And then, like I mentioned, the void of course moon missing card talked about meditation, right? Sitting down, quieting the mind. That's where we can start to get a little less of that scattered energy and really start to feel more settled. So hawk, spirituality. All right, awesome. Let's add in an angel tarot. Let's see. Michael at the bottom of the deck with the Chariot. All right, let's shuffle this one more time. Quartz was associated with the purification card, that number 32 card. Piece right here will set right there. All right, let's do one more. I know I already said that, but that's okay. I can say it again. Okay, let's do one of these. Almost flipped out, but not quite. Okay. Cut the deck with the High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, and the Chariot. A lot of major arcana, so this could be a really big deal or some kind of maybe major thing that has been weighing on you. Judgment. What did I just say about all these major arcana? What did I start out saying when I started the reading? Didn't I start saying no judgment with this message? So judgment. Imamaya. Number 52. Wow. So 2 number 52s coming out in this reading. Just another confirmation, synchronicity. After this, I'm going to look up the number 52 and just see what that means in terms of angel message, spiritual kind of message. All right. Judgment. God hidden in darkness. Atonement of errors, destroys the power of enemies, and humiliates them. I love the way that these things are phrased on this card, but atonement for errors. I know this card had mentioned, again, mistakes, wrong choices. Again, with this cheating card, whether that's on a partner or on yourself, if you are cheating in any way, right? Even if something feels good in the moment, right? And kind of soothes whatever you're trying to soothe, right? Whatever void you're trying to fill, right? That might feel good in the moment, making those choices, right? But after that, that usually is not the case, right? I've been through different experiences in my life that I could associate just even with the cheating on yourself scenario, right? And even though it might feel good in the moment and in the time afterwards, that is just a stress that gets in your head, starts to get in your heart, starts to impact, right? A lot more. So, Judgment, Imamaya, coming out from that deck. And really taking that more inward, look inward. Let's add in a few tarot. Right, this seems like a pretty straightforward, clear message. The Magician at the bottom of the deck. We just got a lot of majors popping out. Yesterday I did a 111 portal reading. I pulled 3 cards and they were all major arcana. So, again, this could be big deal, big shift. That 6 of Pentacles, that was in last night's reading as well. Right, being a leader, a teacher, a guide. So being more authentic. I don't know if that means anything to anyone. All right, let's see. I'll just add a couple here. Out of the Wizard Tarot deck. All right, one more shuffle. For real that time. All right, 9 of Swords I'm cutting the deck with. I think there was another card stuck behind there. the moon at the bottom, the portal, full moon tomorrow, secrets. Just could be hidden feelings, emotional, ruled by Cancer, which is the full moon in Cancer tomorrow. So, wow, just a lot of, and strength came out. Like, seriously. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So new start, new beginning, something in the material world, some kind of goal. But all right, Strength at the bottom of the deck. Look at her right here, especially with how this reading is going. Like I said, it's a lot of sort of heavy feeling themes, but isn't that how life works, right? Not everything is always hunky-dory, smooth sailing, super easy peasy. Through this stuff is how we grow, even if it is lessons, even if it is painful, right? Find that strength to pull through. Taking your power, maybe keeping that in mind, right? When you go for that thing that you always go for, that you know you shouldn't be doing, shouldn't be having, shouldn't be thinking, whatever that might be, really tapping into that strength and eternal love. All right, so those are all the cards. All right, so this is what we've got. This is what we've got out. Affirmation for the week. I don't know. What are you thinking? I'm thinking, I admit. All right, so what do you need to admit? And maybe that's something you just need to start with admitting to yourself. That's usually the best place to start. That's where the growth and the change can happen, the transformation, shedding that old skin, correcting course, just using your blade of mind, body, spirit, clarity, and connection to really just purify your thoughts. Maybe take and just look, not harsh judgment, but acknowledge judgment. Right? Observe your behaviors. Take that higher bird's eye view. Let me know if you see any hawks this week. Right? If you're feeling that lack of support and love, Spirit, Archangel Michael wants you to know you have that eternal love. If you can sit still, possibly meditate, or just quiet your mind. Maybe it's a walk. Right? Whatever sort of activity you can get away from cell phones, distractions, and start to clear out your thoughts. Right? But your spirit guides are trying to communicate with you. So that eternal love is there. And then finding the strength. It takes strength to admit things. It takes even more strength to start to make some kind of change or different choice. All right, so that's the message this week. I admit. What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I hope there's some kind of message here for you. I can definitely take something out of here, right? But it all just starts with what you can admit to yourself, and then you get to make choices and go from there. All right, so that's what we have for you. That is the affirmation message for the week. And until next time, peace.